It's your girl Nut from the Bury, and we back with another episode of Logical Minds. Woo! How you guys been? I've been cooling, chilling, vibing. It feels nice to be in the 50s. Like, okay, it's feeling a little different. Okay, we at 41. I said 41. My fault. We on episode 51. There we go. Clock it. We on episode 51, and I am so grateful to be here with you guys. Let's get right into the episode for real. We got the incense set up. This incense I'm lighting up is the unwind incense, because we gonna unwind today. Ooh. Okay, so now we got the incense. The incense that I got is the unwind incense. We unwinding today. You know, today is Thursday night. I'm recording early, so I'm more relaxed and calm. This episode will be uploaded on time and everything. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I did have a designated day when I first started off the podcast, like on Sundays. And I was pretty consistent with uploading on Sundays. But lately, I've been uploading. I don't even have a day anymore. I just be uploading. Like, I think my day is about to be Friday, because I'm trying to record on Thursdays, upload Friday. I think that's what I'm going to try to do. Yeah. No promises. I think that's just what it's giving right now. I think that's what I'm transitioning into. So, yeah. Anyways, I got the unwind incense. Oh, my God. Dang. Unwind incense. We unwinding today. We chilling today. Yeah, I already asked you guys how you guys been. You guys, y'all chilling? Yeah. I'm already knowing. Set the vibe. Ooh, the flaming deck. It's a little baby flame. All right. Okay, so let's get right into the episode. So, first topic I have here is men states that periods aren't normal. So this topic came from TikTok. Like this, I got this like probably months ago. It was this black dude that popped up on my FYP that was casually saying like, oh, women are not supposed to have periods. They lied to you. That's your, like, it doesn't make sense for someone to just be bleeding and they're not dead. Like, that's just weird. Like, we got to really think about that. We got to ask questions. We got to do this. We got to do that. And I'm sitting here like, what the bro, as a man, if you really want to understand why us women have periods, go talk to a doctor, go talk to a physician, go talk to a scientist, go talk to someone who is tapped in scientifically into knowing why our body and our anatomy does what it does. Trying to insinuate that periods aren't normal is false information, because periods are literally your body preparing for a child, okay? And when the period happens, it's because you did not conceive a child. That's why the period happens. That's why when people are pregnant, they don't have periods, because they are with child. So what are you talking about? So you're trying to say being pregnant isn't normal? Is that what you're trying to insinuate? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, me as a woman, periods are annoying as fuck, bro. They're annoying as fuck. But for you to sit here and try to tell me that this shit not normal, but when you look to your left and right and damn near every woman has a fucking period, what are you talking about? And then you're a man. You don't even understand what it feels like to even have a period in day-to-day life. Like, why do men always want to give false information when it comes to women? I don't understand that. If you need to know the information, go do your research before you start spreading out bullshit like that, bro. That's all I gotta say on that. You just need to educate yourself. Simple. Next topic. This says, I'm not someone who's quick to eat food at people's house. Ooh, that part. There's a backstory on that. When I was younger, when I would go, cause like, you know, my family's Haitian, so going to other people's houses, it was other Haitian families' houses. Like, we would go and eat sometimes. Like, if my parents were really cool with them, we would definitely have a good time and eat. If my parents was cool with them, but not cool enough to eat their food, and when I would try to eat their food, my mom would get pissed. Like, she would be like, "Girl, what were you trying to say? I don't cook food for you?" She would always be like, "You trying to show these people that you just be starving?" I'm like, yo, relax, mom. You don't have me starving, but if they offering some food, I'm gonna get some. But she wasn't playing that. Like, it was certain times she definitely wasn't playing that. So that I held that. Like, okay, you're right. you're not supposed to be eating everybody's food at home, because cooking at home is completely different than cooking at a restaurant and shit like that. Obviously, you comfortable, you in your space. There was a time where I really wasn't. When I go over people's houses, I'm like, I'm a really respectful guest. Like, you know, like I don't come empty handed. I always have something. Like I always have something to bring. Because that's just in me. You know what I'm saying? That's me personally. I don't feel comfortable showing up to a function where there's food and shit and then not bring anything. Unless it was last minute. If it was last minute, hey man, I'll bring the vibes. Okay. Okay. But if it's something planned out of, I'm definitely bringing shit. But all I know is, right, when I come over people's houses, I'm definitely a respectful guest. And sometimes when they offer food and I don't want it, I can tell that they're offended. I can tell that they feel like, you know, like I'm better or whatever, like the bougie shit. And I'm like, no, I'm just like, if this is my first time interacting with you, whatever the case may be, I'm not going to be quick to eat your food yet. I'm not saying that you don't know how to cook. I'm not saying anything. I'm just simply saying I'm good. I don't want to eat it. What you going to do? Force feed me? Like, what are we like, some people just don't know how to handle being told no. And then they make it so personal to the point where they feel like that person is like, making fun of them or disrespecting them, when in reality they're just simply placing a boundary. They're not hungry, they don't want to eat your food. I don't know why you're offended. Like, you're a grown-ass person. Like, what are we talking about? Like, you get what I'm saying? And if I say no, I'm okay, I just ate earlier, like, no, I'm okay. Like, if I'm saying no, I'm okay, what is the issue? Like, that's how you know this ain't got shit to do with me. It's you got problems, bro. You got problems, because I'm not about to sit here and feel no way if I don't want to eat your food. If I don't want to eat it, I don't want to eat it. I'm a picky eater anyways. Like, there's a lots of Haitian foods that I don't like that are very popular because I just don't like how they taste. So it's like when I taste like Black American people food, it's like I didn't have your food growing up in my home. I had different foods. So if I'm not quick to eat your shit, understand that. Like, what are we talking about? Like, that's why I'm like, ask questions like, why are you getting offended? Like, what are we... Bro, okay, but that's all I really gotta say for real. Like, you just need to ask questions if you really feel offended. Next topic. People who place ceilings on others' mindsets. Ooh, okay, them type of people to me are the worst kind of person you can be. Like one of the worst type of person you can be, because ain't no way your prerogative in this life is to simply put ceilings on people's ideas, people's aspirations, people's desires. Like, who are you? Who are you? You probably let years go by before you even put in any work when it comes to what you want in life. But when it comes to somebody else trying to put in that effort about what they want in life, you want them to stop. You don't want them to evolve. You don't want them to keep going. Why is that? Why is that? You don't allow yourself to keep going. You see, that relationship with yourself is toxic, that you're now projecting that onto other people. Just because you place ceilings on your desires and what you want to do and what you want to be in life does not give you the right to do that to someone else. Like that, you're not an ally doing that. You're an op. You're literally an op. Like, the people who place so much doubt when you have a big idea or a small idea, it don't even matter how big the idea is. The people who constantly put doubt in you, those are not your people. I'm trying to, even if they're a family member, it doesn't matter. They're not your people. Because why do they feel the need to always talk about your desires and your dreams and your aspirations negatively? Why is it always negative? You ain't got nothing positive to say to me about what I want to do. It's always negative. It's always doubts. It's always paranoia, anxiety. It's like, bro, leave me alone, bro. That's why I've said plenty of times, when you have something that you want to do in life and you know it's going to make people like feel some kind of way about it, don't tell anyone. They're not entitled to know what you want to do unless you want to tell them, right? So like, allow yourself to sit with it first. Allow yourself to create the plan and how you want to portray it out. You know what I'm saying? Because people are haters sometimes. People are like, envious sometimes, where when they see you having an idea, they don't want you to know that it's a good idea. They want you to feel like what you said was stupid, and then they gonna take the shit. They talk shit. First they talk shit and then they copy, bro. They copy after they, you know what I'm saying? Them type of people, they're not your peoples, bro. They're snakes. They're snakes. They don't know how to support themselves. That's why they don't know how to support you. And that's why they try to make you feel like what you're saying is wrong, what you're saying is stupid, but then you turn around and see your idea on them. I couldn't tell you how many times when I tell you the amount of people who do that to me in the past, bro, I don't be around niggas to be on that type tip now unless they be on my social media. Shit, I don't know. But back in the day, I definitely had to deal with that where people would make me feel slow for whatever ideas that I had. And then here you go with my idea in the flesh. Like, the influence is there. Like, I be influencing the fuck out of people sometimes, and they be trying to downplay that shit. But it's cool, though. It's cool because I don't give a fuck to be validated by it. I don't care. Like, I'm just doing me at the end of the day. I got my own sauce, and at the end of the day, if I see my sauce somewhere else, I'm just going to acknowledge it and keep it pushing. I'm not one of those people who be pressed. Like, I'm not pressed to get dance credits or credits. There we go. Because I'm thinking about TikTok. I'm not pressed to get credits, bro. I'm not pressed. I know. I see the influence. I know what is mine. I know what is mine, bro. Because I feel like I'm one of one on this plane. I feel like nobody built like me, bro. Even though there's a lot of people who could probably relate to me, have similarities to me, but I genuinely feel like I am my own person. I ain't bred differently. So I'm definitely going to see my influence in other people. I've seen it before in real time. So of course I'm going to see it on social media, but y'all haven't kept up yet. So that's why I'm still doing me, da, da, da. But yeah, at the end of the day, if you find yourself being that person who likes to place ceilings on other people's mindsets, you need to reevaluate the relationship with yourself, because you're placing ceilings on the things that you care about and the things that you want to portray in life, but you stop yourself from doing it for whatever reason you are tied to. You need to open up that shadow book and dive deep, or just book a therapist. I don't know. Do what makes sense for you to get comfortable and get to know yourself, because it's not fair. It's not fair when you do that to people, because who are you? Like I said, who are you to try to stop someone from doing what they desire in life? Like, that's L bitch behavior. Period. Okay. Next topic. Code switching. Code switching and why it's setting us back. Okay, so the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because I myself code switch as well. Okay. I learned how to code switch since I was a child, because growing up in a Haitian household with two parents who didn't know anything about code switching, I had to learn how to code switch, because there was a part of me that was ashamed of my Haitian self. And there was a part of me that was ashamed of my black self as well, because, there was a time where I didn't identify as black or Haitian. I identified as a white girl mentally. Bro, when I tell you, our brains are weird sometimes. Like, I was a kid, though. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have no older sibling. I didn't have that, like, closeness of somebody being like, no, girl, you're a little black girl. Sometimes our hair is different. Our hair is not going to look like Becky's. Our hair is not going to look like Sarah's. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have that until I had it. But, by the time I had it, you know what I'm saying, I got myself in check for sure. But back when I didn't have that, and that's the mindset that I was holding on to for a while, I thought code switching made me like a YT person. Like, I thought, like, if I talk very nicely and be calm, then no one will ever see me as a black person, because I am speaking with exquisite vocabulary. And because I am speaking with exquisite vocabulary, you have to respect me. You have to invite me in your space. Like, you know what I'm saying? I thought that's how life worked. I thought how you spoke determined how people really treated you in a way and shit like that. I mean, it does, but not if that person automatically respects you, like whatever type of relationship you created with that person. Us black people are definitely victims of code switching because of the simple fact that white people make it hard for us to be ourselves in their spaces, whether it's the corporate offices, whether it's the party, sometimes business meetings, like certain situations, certain spaces where you can't bring your true self in, because they're not going to take you serious. It's like you have to embody a character that's not really you, but to get your point across. And it's like, we live in that society where you literally have to create that version of yourself, or you're going to get left behind in a way because of how people treat you when you are not articulating yourself well. Like, black people have lots of accents. White people act like they don't have accents. But I'm talking about black people right now. Black people have all different kinds of accents. You know what I'm saying? You can't just put one accent and put it on every black person. That's just not how this shit go. Same with white people. You can't put one accent and put it on all white people. It's just where you're from. Where you're from and how you was raised determines how you speak. Me being raised in a Haitian household in America, I'm from Maryland, right? So where I was only hanging around white people for a couple years. So I was picking up their mannerisms. I was picking up how they articulated things, how they, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm just an observer. And then when I finally got my group of black people friends, obviously I'm doing the same shit. But then it was like, oh, I can be myself now. Like, I don't have to play this character. Every time I find myself playing a character with somebody, it's like I can tell, like, you're going to judge my true self. Like, let me not say that, because that's like a preconceived judgment thing I'm doing. It's like the way that I read it is like, if I come across somebody who doesn't cuss, who doesn't do dark humor, who is always light, bright, and who's always neutral, like someone who's always neutral, like those type of people, I feel like I have to play a character to be around. I say this because I'm not always neutral. There's things where I stand 10 toes behind that shit, right? And people don't like that sometimes. People don't like the passion that comes behind that. And me, I love it. I love the passion that comes behind somebody standing on their tens behind whatever the fuck they talking about or doing or whatever the case may be. Like, that's like I'll bring up like with sports and shit, right? Like, if you, like, me being a girl and being around other girls and doing sports, some girls play sports because it's something to do, it's something to be around their friends with, something to do after school, something to get away from home, whatever the case may be, right? Because everybody has a right on why they do things. Me, when I'm playing a sport, like, I want to learn the sport and be good at the sport. I don't want to play no sport and be shitty at it. You know what I'm saying? I want to play the sport and be good at it. So what's the best way to be good? You got to be passionate. Once you become passionate, you understand you understand how much work you're willing to put in to get good. And that's what I did. So it's like, some people just don't get that sometimes, because they're like, some people can say like, damn, Neff, like, you're a little too intense, because like everyone's here trying to be chill, but no, you're trying to take us to the championship. And I'm like, why aren't y'all trying to go to the championship? Like, what are we talking about? But obviously, as I'm growing in life, I understand not everybody's trying to be the big dog and shit. I get that. I definitely get that. But my thing is, why do something and not want to be good? I understand not wanting to be the best, but you want to be average. You okay with being average? Okay, cool. If you okay with being average, then that's your prerogative. I'm not judging. I get it. Some people are meant to just be the best, and some people are meant to just be chill and do how they do shit. It's no judging. But all I know is that when it comes to the code switching, I feel like it be setting us back in a way, because we're hiding our true selves to be accepted and validated by someone who would not accept our true selves. You get what I'm saying? So it's always like that battle with self. Like, that's why, like, me choosing not to be a lawyer, I knew I was going to be code switching to the max, bro. And I'm like, yo, I don't like that shit, bro. I don't like that shit. Like, I want to be in a space where I can be myself always. That's the boundary that I'm setting for myself. I'm not going to force other people to conform their shit to my liking. I would rather create my own shit so that people who get involved in it, they know what the standard is. You get what that's where I'm at. I'm not going to focus on somebody else's shit and try to change their shit. I'm going to focus on my shit and focus on what I need and what I want, my standards, so that when people come into my space, they know exactly how to be treated and know how to treat. You get what I'm saying? So I can see the importance of code switching, but then I also see the downfall of code switching. I feel like it's a balance. I feel like you can get lost in code switching. You can get lost in playing a character that's not you. You get what I'm saying? Then you can get lost in not being aware of how you are in spaces. You know, you just have to have that awareness of yourself at certain times, because sometimes we don't talk to everybody like we're friends to them. You know what I'm saying? This, like, when you talk to strangers, you're not gonna talk to a stranger how you talk to your friend, to your best friend. Like, that is a form of code switch. So I understand that I'm not saying code switching is this shitty thing. Like, no, like, I'm a code switcher. Like, I'm not wanna, feel me? I just wanted to talk about it, like, because I know that that as be setting us back sometimes when it comes to trying to be validated. And, you know, when you try to seek that validation outside of yourself, shit can get a little sticky, shit can get messy. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to speak on that. Just be mindful sometimes. Like, you don't always have to code switch. Like, just stand on your test. Like, this, I feel like it's the best way to test people about if they really fuck with you or not. Just be yourself and see if they fuck with you. If they don't fuck with you, then let them go. It's no pressure. It's literally no pressure. You know what I'm saying? It's the best way to show. It's the best way to see if people really fuck with you. Because once you start the code switch, now you're conforming. You get what I'm saying? Now you're like, okay, it's like, yeah. It's that, like, code switching is kind of like people pleasing in a way. You get what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay. So, yeah, let's move on to the next topic. Okay. Following the program is easy until you realize you spend most time trying to please someone more than yourself. Ooh, that's a word. I'll read that again. Following the program is easy until you realize you spend most time trying to please someone else more than yourself. And that was honestly what I was getting to when it came to the last topic, because when it comes to following the programs that were created before we got here, of course, it's like, what are we supposed to do? We're supposed to follow the program, but it's a balance, bro. That's why the old heads don't understand how Gen Z acts, because they think that we're lazy when it comes to certain things, but all we're doing is placing boundaries. You get what I'm saying? All we're doing is putting ourselves first. We're not putting these programs above us. We're not putting these corporations above us. The old heads, they put them above them. That was the programming that they had in their mindset. The programming that our generation has is, no, I'm above anything that I do, because I'm choosing what to do. I'm the one that tells myself to do this, to do that. Like, our brains tell us what to do. You get what I'm saying? So when it comes to the program, regardless if it's a job, regardless if it's school, regardless if it's social media, you know what I'm saying? Understand that if you are not placing your emotional, like if you're not placing yourself at an importance with yourself, I'm talking about the me versus me, you versus you. If you're not listening to your own emotions, listening to your feelings, listening to how you feel about certain things, the relationship with yourself can get toxic when you keep putting things above you. When you keep putting yourself at a lower importance and putting other things above you, bro, it's gonna get messy, bro. Take it from someone who constantly always placed people above me damn near my whole childhood, and now I'm an adult who flipped it. I'm putting myself at a higher importance than I have ever done in my life, because I was scared to. I was afraid to be selfish. I was afraid to let people know that I'm important. I'm no longer afraid. I know I'm important. I'm here for a reason, so I'm going to treat myself accordingly, so I know how to treat other people accordingly. You get what I'm saying? And when it comes to following the program, we can get lost in just not evolving that relationship with yourself, not pouring into the relationship with yourself, because you're so focused on what? Providing a service for someone else, fixing somebody else's problems, doing this for somebody else, doing that for somebody else, making yourself busy for someone else. We need to start learning how to make ourselves busy for ourselves. Like, if we're gonna have a full schedule for somebody else, we need a full schedule for ourselves. It's a balance. It's about, you can be there for people, but you also need to be there for yourself. If you're not being there for yourself truly, it can be quite difficult to show up for people in the ways that you want people to show up for you. Because I've found myself in that triangle, like, where I'm not showing up for myself, but I was also showing up for people. But then I found myself being upset that people weren't showing up for me the way that I needed them to show up, because I wasn't showing up for myself. You get what I'm saying? That's what that is. Like, you're upset that other people aren't showing up for you because you're not showing up for you. You need to reflect on the relationship with yourself. The relationship with yourself is the most important relationship, period. Okay, and I got one more topic here, and that is, people can't stand being told that they're being weird in the moment. Yeah, this is definitely a constant theme that I had to go through when it came to placing boundaries. Like, when you're telling someone, like, hey, you're being weird right now and I don't appreciate that, some people simply cannot take it, especially when you're somebody who's used to just letting shit slide. Like, when you're somebody that used to just let shit slide all the time, and then you finally go, nah, I'm not letting this slide no more. It's like, all of a sudden people want to act like you're disrespectful or you're weird for placing boundaries. It's like, yo, aren't we all grown in this situation? Like, I should be able to tell you if you're doing something weird. You get what I'm saying? Like, you want yes men around you. That's pretty much what you're saying. You want people to ass kiss you 24/7. Like, you don't want no one to hold you accountable. You don't want no one to let you know when I want real niggas next to me. Okay? I want people who are not afraid to support out the ass. And also simultaneously not afraid to let it be known when something is weird, when something needs to be questioned, when something needs to be spoken about. Because I'm a grown person operating in a grown person body. I want to be around people who are on that same tip. You feel what I'm saying? If you want to get in your feelings because I'm telling you what you said or what you did was weird, I'm not the friend for you. Okay? Because if you do something and I'm not in agreement, we should have a understanding. We can agree to disagree. You get what I'm saying? I can't stand to be around someone who can't get criticized, who can't be told about themselves. Like, it's just like, dude, like, where's the awareness? You get what I'm saying? Where's the awareness with yourself? Because now you're trying to act like you're just this perfect person and no one's perfect. Perfect does not exist, okay? At the end of the day, perfect does not exist. It does not exist, bro. So if you find it weird for people who are someone that love you, someone that respects you, if you find it weird for them to tell you that you're being weird, you don't need to have friends. You have yes men. You don't have friends next to you. You have people who are milking something. Like, you're attracting people that are surface level with you. Like, they're not deep. They're surface level as fuck with you. And it's going to take you a while to realize that them people ain't really your friends for real. It's going to take a situation for you to understand, like, oh yeah, okay, these people aren't really my people. Okay. And that happened to me, it's life. Sometimes you just simply can't control what happens, and it's okay. It's like, you got to know the standards for yourself. Like, I'm going to let myself know if I'm being weird. Okay. So I'm going to tell you to say it. But if you think that's too much, you think Nephew's too much, then just don't be my friend. Don't watch my videos. Don't be around me. Okay. It's just that simple. I'm not going to force myself onto anyone. I'm perfectly fine being by myself. Hence the fact that I have 50 episodes talking to myself. Well, that is the end of the episode. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to check out my Instagrams, Twitters, and the TikToks. Don't forget to check out my Logical Mind socials as well. And you can check out the podcast audio versions on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Amazon Music. Again, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for tuning in. See you guys next week. Peace, love, and positivity. Logical Mindz.